Black girl, man.
You look goofy. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Nerdrotic Nooner. I almost said a completely different show. Welcome to the Nerdrotic Nerd.
Ew, no.
Nooner.
Well, we are nude under our clothes, technically.
Yes. We're naked under our clothes. And Matches Peaches says he's hard. So thank you for sharing. Thank you for sharing. Welcome, everybody.
Can I just say, thank you to the 13% that believed in us that we would start on time.
Yep. Hey, we started on time. Chris Gore is like, hey, we should start early today. I'll be there.
Hi, Chris.
Chris will be here eventually. So the Superman trailer is set to drop in 9 minutes. So we wanted to do a little preamble before and let people get in before we do our reaction, and then it will be clipped by the WB because Warner Brothers abuses the copyright system on YouTube, which is it's fair use, and it's a commercial, dude. We're reacting to a commercial that you want to promote, and Warner Brothers is the worst. We got hit 4 times on Real BBC. 4 times by trailers. So we got hit by Warner Brothers twice. We got hit by which is A24, which is owned by Warner Brothers, by the way. Didn't know that, but A24 is owned by Warner Brothers. We got hit by Amazon and Universal, and here he is.
It's a bird. It's a plane. It's
Gary. I watch your channel. I'm so glad to meet you to watch my trailer.
Your trailer about you.
Yeah. Oh my God.
What's up, Chris Guard?
Hey.
I should turn my light on.
Did you go in raw as you do sometimes?
Yes, we did. We did, because the trailer drops now in 8 minutes, Chris. But we are going to talk about a couple of other things. So we're going to go over the Superman trailer, and it'll probably be cut on the re-upload. So this is why you want to watch this stuff live. And then we'll go over the Ironheart trailer, which won't get cut by Disney. So credit to them. That's probably the one we're going to shit on the most, I would imagine. And then Andor ended last night. I was up very late. I have some thoughts. I also, because nobody's here and I had time, I went through and watched a movie I haven't seen in 10 years. I watched Rogue One. I went in right after and I watched Rogue One, and I have many, many thoughts that are not good.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, we might have similar thoughts.
Yeah.
But the Ironheart trailer.
We're good.
I've seen it. I like that they did something different. It's a show featuring a black character, and what they did was they played rap music.
They put hip hop and rap music in it.
Rap, like what
know what?
Yeah.
Chris, I think and like you're right, that's totally groundbreaking. I think every time a different ethnicity walks on the screen, you need to play music to that ethnicity. So when X-Ray Girl comes on the screen, every time an Asian person comes on, you should hit a gong. I don't care what country they're from. If a middle America white person comes on, you play some country music.
Right.
When a person from India comes on, you play their music, whatever their music is.
Right.
They have to do that every time. I want a musical beat for each race.
And you know why they do that? It's because there are white producers and they associate the ethnicity with certain types of music.
It's a boardroom. It's a boardroom full of white people with trans kids making decisions for black people.
That's exactly right. But it does remind me of the Tiki Room at Disneyland. I have not been to Disneyland since 2019. But the Tiki Room I always love because it was, some would call it racist. I say it leans into ethnic stereotypes about birds from other countries. And I love it. I love the Tiki Room is preserved.
Thank God. The Tiki Room. Yeah, the last time I was there was 2019 as well, just to look at Galaxy's Edge, which was a much safer Baghdad, basically.
Yeah.
Exciting thing was there was a swarm of bees that I walked through and didn't get stung for some reason. I even videoed it. I'm like, look at this. And I'm like in the middle of this swarm of bees.
Oh my God.
Things I do.
Right. Wait. The trailer is out?
Is the trailer out?
It is. I have it.
Wait. Who should play it and who's going to pause it?
Well, I think X-Ray Girl, how's your internet seeing that it died this morning? Why don't you give me the link and I'll play it? Give me the link and I'll play it.
Okay.
I'm on my fiber. I'm getting fiber.
I had Benefiber this morning in my coffee.
Oh, there you go. Making sure the volume is up. Is everybody ready? Good morning, everybody. Yes, we started early.
Should we play it more than once?
Oh, yeah.
People that are late. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, maybe play through with little commentary to, absorb it and then play
and
through
get blocked. You know who blocked us was Amazon.
Blocked? They are awful.
Because Spider-Man Noir, I looked at that Spider-Man Noir trailer and I thought that looks AI, that looks fake. And it was an early version that wasn't ready. So they were pulling it. So it's not official. Because it didn't go up on an official Amazon thing. So that's why I was hesitant to share it last night. Cause I'm like, that kind of looks AI. I don't hate it at all. I kind of liked it, but, all right, you guys ready? We'll do it twice. They're like, let's fucking go. So this is, the trailer for, hang on. Let's get this up here. The trailer for, oh shit. Hang on a second. God dang it. I got to make sure my volume is.
We're early. People should not complain.
We're early and on time at the same time.
We're early and gay.
It's the internet. Just let them complain.
Which is rare.
All right. So this is the trailer for Superman's James Gunn. A trailer for Superman's James Gunn. You guys ready in the chat?
Let's do it.
Let's fucking go. Position of power. Like Clark is having to explain himself. Superman's going to have to explain himself. And these are questions they've had in the comics, they've had in past movies. And if if this is like kind of the theme of the whole movie where you're just trying to it's natural for people to think an alien who's doing good unilaterally would people would have a problem with that. They would. But it's a Superman movie. It looks like they are leaning into a lot of the comic book stuff, which I don't know how it's going to fly with everybody else. I'm fine with that.
It's goofy. Who is the woman with the dreads whose hands turned into buzzsaws? I don't know that character. I feel dumb.
I'm not thinking of anything right now. I'm sure I'm missing something obvious, but maybe the chat can help us out on that one.
She's the light-skinned black woman with dreads in a black Matrix-like suit with hands that turn into buzzsaws to chop up Superman's robot helpers. This may be too goofy for normies, I think. I just got a text from someone who says,
"Oh, it's the engineer." Okay, you're right. Chat, well done.
Thanks, chat.
Well,
the selfie part in the trailer will all make sense in the movie. Okay, that was from someone.
It's the buzzsaw bitch. It's the engineer. So let's go through it. We'll EFAP it. TM Mahler. We'll EFAP it, but let's go.
Okay. So pause. Okay. So you want to hear what I was just told?
What's the go for it. Go for it.
Okay. She is undercover and helping Jimmy. It's part of the plot. And it says, don't say anything. Okay, fuck. I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna stop.
You have to lead with "don't say anything."
That was the last part of what this person. I'm done talking. I'm gonna react to the trailer, and I'm not gonna say. won't say
That's
anything.
so good.
I'm like Anchorman. I'm just reading.
I would do the same thing.
Fade in.
Always lead with "Don't say anything" if you don't want me or Chris to say
Yeah,
anything.
that was the last thing in that thing. I'm so sorry.
That's great.
Oh my god.
That's
Okay.
great. Let's see if it happen now. Again, okay, we'll start out with I love that they brought the real DC logo back. I hated when the comics got rid of it, and the excuse was that and I don't even know if it was right at the time. I feel like that DC just wanted to change the logo for some reason, but the DC clothing company,
What?
they had some trademark dispute. I like why? Yeah, getting rid of this logo. We're going to talk about the word iconic a little bit later. This is an iconic logo that DC should have never gone away from. So bringing that back, good. Seeing Lois Lane in the beginning of the Superman trailer, which I guess is fine. As far as him sounding like Superman, yeah, I think he's going to be compared to Henry Cavill till the end of time.
Yeah.
And my mind could be changed. I think Henry Cavill's a better Superman, like looking and sounding. I don't think he's bad. And we're not even going to talk about like Christopher Reeve is the Superman. He's on another level that not even Henry Cavill can touch. So stop. We can just stop with all that. But we're talking about after Christopher Reeves. And I think he's fine. I think if he's great in the movie. And again, I want this movie to be great. And we could walk out of the movie going, wow, that was some shitty marketing. Up until this trailer, it's been shitty marketing. It's been bad. We know more about the dog than anything else. But man, that was a damn good movie. Yeah. Which is just good for humanity, I think.
Yeah, I think, maybe in contrast, what was underestimated about Christopher Reeve's performance. I don't know if you saw that documentary about Super/Man, about Chris Reeves and what he dealt with, but he really created two characters. Clark Kent,
yes,
it's goofball, do-gooder farm boy, and Superman, vastly different in contrast, the two of them. Where, I love that line, that's Clark, nice.
Yeah,
like that line, and I like Lois Lane being kind of a skank. I mean, she seems like, or she has skanky friends, and smokes, and Clark trying to lead her to maybe be a little, be better with stuff like that. I don't know. Rachel Brosnahan is objectively hot.
And a good Lois Lane. If they don't make her cringe, she could be a very good Lois Lane.
I think she could be good. I'd like her to dress. I'm tired of going to movies where women dress like they don't want to offend other women who aren't as hot. I just saw,
and they do.
It's worse.
Look at the red carpets.
It's awful.
They had to ban nipples at the Cannes Film Festival, and I'm just completely against that, by the way.
And nudity, by the way. And big, what'd they say? Like,
I saw some people complaining about like they're showing their butts. It's like at the Met Gala, it's like it's a fashion show. You're not going to bring your little kids there, okay?
But stop. I saw the new movie Final Destination Bloodlines. It's hilarious. I love those movies. I'm not ashamed. Women make women fuckable again, like in movies, at least.
Yeah, we need that as a T-shirt.
Okay. We'll talk about this with Andor. You need to make lesbians hot again.
Yeah,
because Hollywood has made lesbians cringe and boring.
Yeah, and cliche. It's weird. So I just like to see her in something hot. And we saw Superman in this trailer. We have not seen Clark.
We have not seen Clark. Oh,
and he has that goofy hair, which I think that's funny. With the glasses and goofy hair. It's like
Edgar.
Yeah,
it's the Hassan Piker haircut. Yeah, great.
Right. Oh God, Hassan Piker, what a moron. So yeah, I'd like to see him as Clark. So we have an American flag by the way.
Hey, let's point it out.
Yeah.
Let's do that. Hang on. Maybe it'll be a little brighter.
Justice and the American way is not in the movie. That phrase is not spoken. I have confirmation.
But credit for putting an American flag. I've said in the past that I don't see James Gunn as a guy who gets all rah-rah at the 4th of July, like at my house, where I have an American flag in front of my house 365 days a year, 24 hours a day.
Yeah.
But then 4th of July, we put out the little flags and we put our little decorations on our door because I love this country. This country is allowed a fucking 3-time loser like me to gave me the opportunity to kind of rise up from my darkness and it didn't give it to me. It just gave me the opportunity to earn it. That's why I fucking love this country. And that goes for anybody. And you can't really get that in a lot of other countries.
I have a bouquet of American flags, a dozen American flags.
Oh my God. Oh,
I don't see attaboy. You're just let's go. But I don't see James Gunn as a rah-rah American, like doesn't, you know, if he hears a good version of the national anthem, I don't think he gets moved emotionally. I think he probably just just rolls his eyes at it. So the fact that we have an American flag in here is something, I guess.
Something.
But the fact that we don't have truth, justice, in the American way in the movie, although the producer Peter Safran said it, I think is a missed opportunity. And you know why they do it? We don't want to piss off the international audiences with truth, justice, the American way. While people are, dying to get to this country.
Even white people from outside the country are trying to get in the country.
Yep. So they don't get murdered in South Africa.
Yeah, exactly. There's a whole other thing.
So they can get diplomatic immunity.
Recently, you've come under a lot of fire.
Frank Grillo, I like Frank Grillo. I think he's a great actor. I love that he's getting more work. He was great in Tulsa King. He voiced so he's Rick Flag Sr. He will be appearing he's already been in Creature Commandos, which was another James Gunn joint because he animated himself into the opening of every episode. And he will be in Peacemaker season 2. We've already seen the trailer for that, which Chris, you told me, even though it comes out afterwards, Peacemaker 2.
A little bird told you.
Okay, yeah. So a little bird told me that totally wasn't Chris. Well, if Chris Gore tells me something, it's from somebody else anyway. So it wasn't Chris Gore. I'm saying this. So just put this quote to me then. Sure. Although I've said it 1,000 times and I kind of attributed it to you already, but it's whatever. It leads directly into Superman.
Yes.
Even though it comes out afterwards.
No. It events that take place in I don't know what the chronology is.
Oh, okay.
It's affected by Superman.
It's affected by Superman. Okay, it's affected. Correction. It is affected by Superman.
It should be more clear. Yeah.
Well, I'm thinking pocket dimensions. Lex uses them. They're used in Peacemaker season 1. It might have something to do with that. But yes, Rick Flag, one of my favorite characters from Suicide Squad and The Suicide Squad. I don't think he should have died. I think Joel Kinnaman did a great job.
Yeah,
as
he was great.
And they effing killed him. I would have rather had John Cena die, to be honest with you, but oh well. And then it creates all kinds of continuity issues because the Snyder Cut stuff is in the end of Peacemaker season 1, but then we saw the end of the Peacemaker season 2 trailer where there's 2 Peacemakers. So, I mean, are they doing multiverse stuff?
Well, yeah, we saw a second Peacemaker like at the end of that trailer. So is it I didn't watch Peacemaker season 1.
It's not good.
Yeah. So what is the deal then? Are they going to explain that Superman is very different? It's
in a different universe, or a Peacemaker is going to be the one who travels from one to another. Is it going to be some goofy Is it going to be some goofy explanation? We don't know. We don't know.
Or
But
did they ignore it like in a soap opera when they just change the actor and no one acknowledges?
well, I mean, they wanted to go a little younger with Superman, and they wanted to start out the slate clean when James Gunn took over, and by bringing in Jason Momoa as another character and bringing over his wife.
Yeah.
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 Viola Davis, bringing her back in for some reason, but they wanted a clean start, everybody, to not confuse everybody.
Yeah, so it's going to have it's going to have some political undertones and a plot line. James Gunn's strength is when his stories are very human and small.
Yeah.
With big events happening around it. I don't know. Yeah, let's keep watching.
Well, I love when Hollywood and the machine wants to make a statement about the world they fucking created.
Right.
Like the shit that they created right now. Like even in we'll get to it in Andor. We'll get to it in Andor, but even it's a combination of lack of self-awareness because they're dumb. It's combination of they're evil and disingenuous. It's a mix of.
Does that remind you of Dark Knight Returns? Superman being, used as like a tool of Reagan.
Yes.
A little bit, but in this it's different because he's not a tool.
No, he's doing it on his own. And it'll probably bring in the discussion. Well, I mean, they already have the Justice League International, and then you have another hero kind of working on his own that you can't do much about. Yeah.
It's a similar thing in Watchmen with Dr. Manhattan, right? Like, so how would a being like a Superman exist in the world politically? Is he American? Is he a global force? Is he like going to the Middle East and giving a speech and saying, hey, your conflicts are your conflicts? I don't know if you watched that speech yesterday.
Of what? No, I didn't watch anything political yesterday.
Okay.
Zero.
You should watch that speech.
If it goes to
it doesn't tie into this, I'm just saying.
Yeah. If it goes into the effect of handle your business because we're not going to handle your fucking business anymore, that would be great.
Endless wars.
No
basically.
endless wars. Yeah, I think listen, when you're adapting a comic book, you need to ground it when it's in live action. There's certain things you need to change and make believable. Like there's things that work in a comics that won't work in live action because you're dealing with a different medium completely. So that's stating the obvious here. But I would love to just I don't know, maybe I was asking a little bit too much of just have a fucking trailer of Superman's saving people and be inspirational. That's what you want this to be, inspirational. Superman is an inspirational character. He's not Batman. He's not the Punisher. Somebody you root for.
Rob Burnett on his most recent late night stream read a really great story about, he did a whole theme about what is Star Wars about. And the problem with a lot of these movies is they're not about anything. They're not and the original Star Wars trilogy was about and it's only mentioned a few times in the three movies. Luke Skywalker, we are as the audience looking at Luke, will he become like his father? An evil dark man, Darth Vader. Will he be good or evil? That's the choice. And all of those movies, that's the tension going through. Will Luke turn to the dark side? And it's I don't know. Modern Star Wars isn't about anything other than Star Wars. More Star Wars, lots of content. It's like really that was so great. Like early genre stuff like Donner, Superman, other movies were always about something, and it was beneath the surface, but they're like present. And I don't know what this is. It's about
with movies always comes up with this problem because most writers are such nihilists nowadays and irony that like they laugh at something like this. And I absolutely sure James Gunn read comic books when he was growing up, and I'm absolutely sure Superman was not his favorite character. And you can see that in his actions. He's going towards so much Grant Morrison stuff, and some of it was really good in DC, but this is like post Watchmen stuff. And if you want to build up Superman, you know, you can make the world around him. That's what Donner did. The world around him was the nihilistic 70s, and you have this guy who's just good that everybody fucking roots for. He eventually, you know, and if you spend all the movie trying to earn the trust, and at the end, oh, he's good. And you know, and like, listen, I'm not a writer. I don't know how you do it. I just question if James Gunn is the guy, because he's really good at quirky ensemble pieces, right?
Yes.
And listen, really our boy Eric responded to me being excited. Eric Weber. I like Eric Weber. I love him. And we can talk shit to each other. We can talk to each other all we want. It's fine. But I was excited for the Nobody 2 trailer, and he's like, how could you be excited for another underdog action movie once again? And it's like, I'll respond here. Because I like to have fun, and it looks like a fun movie. I don't need to be moved I don't need high art and cinema and everything. I usually go to the movie just to have a good time, just to be entertained. I don't need my opinions from Hollywood. I think messages can be pushed with good writing that come at things objectively, right? And I like good character work. So if it's a good character, there's only 100 stories out there. George Lucas has said this. He was paraphrasing somebody else. There's only 100 fucking stories out there that are told different ways. What works for me is if there are interesting characters. Where you get the differences is in the individual characters, how they work together, how they progress, and how they have, or you know, where the payoff is with their character at the end. Having a character arc. That's another thing that's missing from modern movies. James Gunn down there is character arcs and interesting and engaging characters that we care about, because they're so obsessed with identity. It's just, oh, we put a black person in here to be black now. It's like, okay, great. They're still a human, and we need to see that being black is an aspect of your character. Being gay is an aspect of your character. We need a full-fledged human being, because that's where we're all connected, is the story of humanity and the human condition. And that's what's fucking missing, because we have a bunch of fucking hacks. So yeah, you could roll out a Nobody 2 and put the vacation music in, and I get excited about it because it looks fun. It looks fun. I don't need my life changed from a Nobody movie. But with Superman, for one, I'm not loving this music. I'm not loving this music. It sounds so generic. And you know, if you're going to emulate John Williams, like, get it. I think you would have a good composer, but give them, I don't know, it sounds too digitized or something. This needs to be just a full-on London Symphony Orchestra.
You know how expensive that is? That's probably not happening anymore. I saw a video about like LA and how production's leaving. It is so expensive to have a full orchestra. And a lot of times composers are paid, and the money to pay the musicians to perform the music comes out of their pay. Like it's very weird deals that are, and it's all like contract deals. You're paid out. You don't get like residuals. Like here, you're paid a fee. That's it. So I don't know how a Hans Zimmer gets paid, but the money is, and you know, look, do you need a full orchestra? No, you can use electronic instruments, but
for a lot of stuff you can't.
Never sounds as good.
But for Superman and Star Wars, it helps make it timeless.
Yeah,
you want to make something timeless. You use some of the most timeless music out there that's been around for hundreds of years. But that's just me. Let's go.
In effect, you elite.
Just wanted to. Nicholas Hoult as Lex Luthor, I think, is really good casting, dude.
Oh yeah, he's great.
He's
Nicholas Hoult, dude. That guy is awesome. Very different in every role.
I don't know.
Total pro.
Like, hit this. By the way, this is what we do. We're picking at a trailer. A lot of this stuff is out of context, but this is what they're opening with. So we're halfway through the trailer, and Clark's getting frustrated, with Lois, who knows he's Superman, right? And yeah, I think he'd be a little cooler. But
I'm told this interview scene goes for 10 minutes.
Holy
Oh my God.
And drags in the movie. It's 10 pages script in the middle of the movie.
That is an eternity, dude.
And kind of drags. Although consider like Lois Lane interviewing Superman in Donner's Superman that's a long scene.
Yeah,
but it's not boring. But it's several locations.
Well, it's because it's kind of funny. There's a lot of charm to that scene. There's charm to that scene.
Yeah, there's charm to that movie. I'm not seeing charm in this.
Yeah, and it's James Gunn. There should be it's James Gunn's James Gunn. There should be some charm in there.
Can I just say that throughout this whole trailer to up to this point, we haven't really seen Superman do anything cool. He's just been berated and he's in like a defensive position or arrested. Like it just doesn't feel masculine.
Yeah.
Well,
no, it doesn't. I mean, start the movie with him saving a fucking cat out of a tree. Everybody would root for that. Even if it was a cat, I prefer him saving a dog, but
I've been on that couch with that face with a woman talking to me.
Brother, we all have.
I've had that happen where you're like, okay, I'll pretend to listen.
Yep. That's the face you make when your wife's pissed off at you or you're talking to your defense attorney. Or is that just me? Is that just me?
Maybe just you.
Maybe that's just me. That's actually going to be Power Girls line played by Sydney Sweeney. Hey buddy, eyes up here. Hey, did you guys know this was directed by James Gunn? I needed to remind you all, from director James Gunn. I'm fine with the Christopher Reeve Fortress of Solitude, the Dick Donner Fortress of Solitude design. It's fucking great.
How that design is so iconic that it's been reused.
You use the word correctly, Chris. There's a trailer that doesn't use it correctly.
It's not a correct use of that term. That term has been perverted to mean something stupid.
Okay. And we will get into it, but here's now, I want you to get the John Williams, especially the music that goes specifically to the Fortress of Solitude. I want you to get that. And a lot of you nerds, it's just baked in your head, every freaking note. I want you to imagine that real quick. All right. We imagining that? We are. Now compare it to this.
Thanks for acknowledging me.
Yeah, there you go. Okay. They're hugging in front of the window with this crazy thing happening.
Yeah, so he's about to go out and they're saying their goodbyes. Whatever crazy thing is happening, I just imagine like it's sucking in a bunch of humans and they're getting there. No, I don't know if it's dangerous yet at this point, but it looks like they're saying their goodbyes. Maybe the Justice Gang is out there. Yes, they're called the Justice Gang.
Is that real?
They're called yes.
Oh God.
They're called the Justice Gang in the beginning.
Sure.
The Justice Gang. His eyes wandering again. Just a little bit.
Oh, no.
But he can't unsee it.
I gotta say, I miss Diane Lane.
Oh, Diane Lane.
Yeah, as Martha Kent. She's, I like her.
Is it me or is the eye wandering a little bit?
It is.
It's not
and that's still
yeah.
A lot. It's
Yeah.
Oh no.
Cleaned your boots.
Oh, go back. I'm really curious about Normie. Is that Jimmy Olsen?
Oh, let's see. Well, let's go. Okay. I have no problem with Superman fighting a fucking kaiju. Like I'm fine with that. I've been waiting for this for a long time as a comic book fan. For him just fighting a giant fucking monster. That's great. No problem. These costumes are shit. They're so fucking bad.
Look at that. Look at that.
And if they fucking come at us with, they're supposed to be bad, shut the fuck up. You're starting your DC universe with this fucking shit. Nathan Fillion, for when he's in better shape than this.
Okay.
I want this era to end.
I just despise in public when I hear people talk about something they posted, and these are the extent of their life experiences. I posted on so and so and blah 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 blah.
Now, if her head gets vaporized after this, I will laugh, and that will be funny.
Yeah. What ties into the plot?
The Justice Bolts.
Yeah, the Justice Bolts.
Good one, chat. Metamorpho.
Okay.
That looks like Metamorpho. It does.
He's going full goofy DC.
Yeah, he's leaning into the comics. And okay, I might be alone in this one. I'm fine with it. I am a comic book fan. But there's a balance that you have to achieve. What would you say is the best, most comic book like superhero movie?
Oh, that's tough.
The best movie that's closest to kind of what the comics
life, because even reading a comic, I fill in like reality. I make it real. I mean, it's fantastical. You got people, frozen in positions you never see because it go too quick. But yeah, I like when a movie makes me believe. That's why I like Nolan's Dark Knight trilogy, or it's 2.5.
It's
movies.
Absolutely nothing like the comic books, but it is a great take on it. But I would say like Superman 78 has the spirit of the Superman comic in it. Spider-Man 2 has the spirit. Not as much. I think the one thing that Garfield Spider-Man did, I think the best, was talking shit while he fights.
Right.
Like Spider-Man in the comic books talks a lot of shit when he fights. So that was kind of missing. It's in little bits of Raimi, but Raimi is still, despite the inaccuracies of the
I just want, God, Valerie Perrine in Donner's Superman.
Oh my God, she has a couple of fantastic assets. Did you ever see Slaughterhouse 5?
Yes, I did. I love that movie. Schlachthofung. That's German for Slaughterhouse 5.
Yeah.
Valerie Perrine was so smoking hot.
Smoking hot.
Sarah Douglas was so smoking hot. I miss women being sexy in movies. Women are not allowed to be sexy. She should be. It's weird because, like I said, Final Destination, the lead actress is dumpy and average. I saw her in real life at a Q&A. She is smoking hot because she chose what she wore, this amazing dress and heels, and she's dressed up. They're like two different people. And all these women, Rachel Brosnahan, look at her on the red carpet for events. Amazing, but make her dumpy, and she looks like what's her name? The woman who does the video game coverage, and she tried to, what's that girl's name? Unattractive. What?
Frost?
No, not her.
The one we were talking about yesterday?
Yeah.
Alana?
I have no idea who she is. They were talking about her. I'm like, I don't know what's going on.
But she doesn't look dumpy though. Maybe another one.
Yeah, I miss feminine women in movies. Like that's why Honey Don't. Go watch that trailer. Honey Don't. Margaret Qualley looks incredible.
Oh, Alyssa Mercanti.
Yes.
Alyssa
Yeah,
Mercanti.
that's the one.
Oh my
No,
god.
that one too.
Okay, I'm gonna put the Superman trailer back up. I just wanted to show one of my proudest moments at a convention real quick.
Let's see.
One of my proudest moments at
Is it when you don't know something that you don't care about, like the cost of the Switch 2, which I won't get? No, I don't care about the Switch 2.
I don't either. You were talking about Ursa.
Oh, Sarah Douglas. Oh, there you are, man. Oh, wow.
Yeah, she was all flirting with me at the con, dude.
Look at your face, dude.
I was so fucking happy.
Wow.
She planted one on me. I'm like, dude, and I told her, I'm like, I know you've heard this 1,000 times before, but you helped me get through puberty. I had the biggest crush on you. And she thought, that's lovely. She loved it.
She was so stunning. And it was the first time I remember seeing a woman in a pair of thigh-high boots. And I'll leave it at that.
And look at Nan's got his hand right in her tit, dude. Atta boy.
Yeah. Nan.
Yeah, good times. Good times. That was 20 years ago, bro.
Wow.
Long time ago. Where was
Back to Soups.
Back to
Superman trailer.
Back to the Superman trailer. Let's go. And the music is not good.
It sounds like it was made on a computer. I mean, people complain about AI, but a lot of movie music is made in front of a computer without instruments. It just is for cost reasons. I saw a whole video about it. And it's depressing. But it is what it is.
It is what it is. What'd you think, chat? I listen, I'm not gonna sit there and say it's terrible. But I just think Chris said it the best, quoting Mahler. It was whelming.
It was whelming.
It was whelming.
That's Mahler had the best take, which I just learned. Mahler's real name is Jeff Mahler.
It's Jeff Mahler.
I thought it was John.
No, it's Jeff. Today it's Jeff. Tomorrow
My name is Jeff.
it will be Ian. It'll be
somehow
Ian.
His name was revealed. I actually don't even know. I probably won't call
his
him
name
that.
was revealed. He like it's out there. It's connected to his fucking email, so it's always been out there. But you know, I wasn't sure if he ever wanted it said. So I like when we talk privately, I call him Mahler. When I talk privately with Az, I call him Az. When I talk privately with X-Ray Girl, I call her X-Ray Girl. And the reason is, if I start calling you by your name and you want to be anonymous, I will say your fucking name in a live stream. It will happen.
I call Ryan Cannell RK Outpost. I call him RK Outpost all the time.
I call him Angry Little Man. No, I'm just kidding.
We
love him.
I call him the leader.
A leader.
Oh, he loves it when you joke about that stuff.
Yeah.
So Doug for $2 says Superman comes off as whiny and immature.
Well, how long has Superman been in this world? What adventures has he had? Has he defeated other villains? What is their place in this world? And will we ever see an on-screen Mr. Mixelplex? Are we ever going to get Mr. Mixelplex with that orange and purple leprechaun outfit?
God, I hope so. I'm looking at. I have a Mego of him.
Oh, really?
I do.
It's such a dumb villain.
There's there's Batmite, and they're super powerful. They're like super powerful villains, man. Which is funny, but it was the golden age and the silver age. Goofy times.
Goofy
times for comics. Okay.
Will it be goofy realism? And like the thing is let's give Gunn credit. The Guardians movies, how do you make something like Groot and Rocket work? And he did. He made you care.
That one of the most impressive feats. That's a comic book that feels like the comic book, and he drew heavily on the relaunch in the mid 2000s of Guardians of the Galaxy, and that comic was insanely popular, and it kind of helped that I talked it up every single day in the store when I was reading. I'm like, no, this is really good. This is really, really good. And yeah, you can't deny that. You can't deny what he did with that. And I like all the Guardians of the Galaxy movies. Number one is the first one's like, I don't think James Gunn has never achieved what he did in the first one. I think he's been pretty good since then. The Suicide Squad, I think, is a pretty good movie. And I ultimately think that's what Superman will be.
Yeah.
I think it'll be, I think we'll walk out. I think there's a chance of a lot of us will go, yeah, it's pretty good. But this, like, you need to hit a fucking walk-off grand slam home run with this.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or at least a walk-off like Fernando Tatis last night. Go Padres!
I got to go see a Padres game in San Diego. That park is one of the best parks.
It is. When
good.
When I'm back out, we'll go. I'm going to see them play in Milwaukee soon. So a month or so. But go Padres.
Hell yeah.
They need to work on the consistency. Fernando's like carrying the team right now. But there you go. Captain Positive Negro says, what the fuck? He is on time here. I am in the multiverse. You are.
Actually, early.
Jay-Z Senpai for $4.99 says, hail James Gunn, my favorite James Gunn.
No, James Gore. So that's why I put on the glasses in the background.
Oh, I can't read. Hail James Gore, my favorite James Gunn.
There you go.
Noons gifted 50 Nerdrotic memberships earlier. Did
Not
it
50.
Did it
That's
again.
Huge.
Did it again. Yes, getting the fiber in my diet is good. And then JWT6577 says, this ain't it. He's been a member for 50 months.
Wow.
By the way. Hail.
Thank you, JWT.
C-Dub says, release the monkeys. Yeah, no monkeys in the trailer. Motorsports fan is a new member. Welcome. As someone who loves Man of Steel, says Justin, plays guitar for $5. And BVS, I do honestly hope Superman 2025 is amazing. Me too. Hashtag me too. I hope I walk out of it going 10 out of fucking 10. This is now one of my favorite superhero movies of all time. Somebody finally cracked Superman. Well done, James Gunn. Well done. I want that to happen. Having said that, we'll need to do better than Man of Steel to kick off the DCU. Absolutely. Snyder Cut fans will never let him forget. And I'm talking adjusted for inflation. It's James Gunn's Superman needs to do better than Man of Steel adjusted for inflation. And if you adjust it for inflation, correct me if I'm wrong, chat, it's somewhere around $800 to $900 million.
Yeah.
Adjusted for inflation.
Yeah.
Joseph W for $4.99. Worried about Superman after this trailer. Superman helped me through some Superman helped by some random person is dumb. Mr. Terrific should be helping him, if anything. Yep. Show him, him with Lois, making out. Good stuff. James Gunn's Superman looks unserious. Superman looks mentally and emotionally weak. There's no gravitas to any of it. Disappointed. Says Problematic Panda for $5. DJ for 2 Canadian pesos says Superman going to be shit. Don't get your hopes up. Well, it's Hollywood. I tend to not. Hope for the best. Expect the worst. Disaster Area for $19.99. By the way, Disaster Area, a band from Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Lead singer, Hop Black Desiato, spent a year dead for tax reasons. Spent a year dead. James Gunn's Superman looks better than expected, but it'll be a Black Adam. Like okayish hero flick, and nowhere close to the epic Man of Steel that YouTube reactors are discovering and liking. It plays better now. We're over the MCU played out formula.
I agree.
Yep.
I agree. It's Man of Steel has aged better than older Marvel movies where we were in the age building up to Infinity War and Endgame. You know what I mean? Like those movies were good, but Zack Snyder was trying to make an epic and moving toward that. So I don't know. I mean, those hold up. He was making it out of time in a way, like so that it would be preserved. You could watch it 20 years from now and appreciate it. Whereas a lot of these, especially phase 4 and 5 of Marvel, are they're dated now. They feel like just bad, right? I mean, what do you think?
I think, well, we'll see. But I can definitely say that with a lot of people, it's not like the popularity of those films has gone down. The people who saw them and hated them back then still hate them now. But I think there's a lot of people who are just kind of on the fence and in between it's the greatest thing ever and it's the worst thing ever that appreciate a lot of stuff in them. There's still like some incredible, like that's a deal breaker. The Pa Kent scene is dumb. And it does, if you take that out of the film, people see it differently. If Pa Kent just dies of a heart attack, you see that movie completely differently.
Yeah.
I mean, the killing Zod at the end, I think you can, there's a way to justify that. There is. Not crazy about it, but there's a way to justify it. You can't justify Pa Kent just walking into a fucking tornado. But there's other stuff that's great in it, that's fucking great. David Hand for $20 says, chat, stop telling them to stop talking. We're doing this to listen to them talk, right? Well, that's why we did two versions. We did one where we just were quiet through the whole one, and then we EFAP'd it. So if you rewind it, you can see that. Some people are saying Bella Ramsey is getting bullied. She says she's non-binary and has the audacity to be in acting when she looks like that. This is the result of not having gotten bullied enough. Yeah, you got to bring back shame. Ezra, Bella Ramsey took a role that they miscast her, and now the show's going to fall apart. It will be a memory, and when season 3 comes out, the ratings will be horrible. Oh, by the way, did you hear, Chris? Max is going to be called HBO again.
What?
They're switching it back. It was a fucking terrible idea to call it Max anyway, so they're switching it back to HBO for real.
Thank God. Whoever called it Max?
That's stupid. Elliot Cecil for $4.99. Do you believe that Matt Reeves is no longer directing Batman 2? If not, why hasn't he said so? I don't know what's going on. I know Matt Reeves is going through some kind of personal trouble. What that is, I do not know.
Well, I for one poo-poo the haters. I think he could be back. That was for Gary.
They better fucking hurry up. That's all I'm saying. If Matt Reeves is not involved, I don't think they do it. Because
that's the result I think they want.
It's Hollywood, dude. So when Matt and James Gunn talk, they're buds. They're like, hey man, love your work. Oh, I'm really excited about this Batman shit behind the scenes. This is creating a huge problem for me, because I want to do my own Batman. And then we have this other Batman, and the movie did all right, man. Early COVID days, it did all right. And then this fucking series comes out that propels the popularity because it was better than the movie. And I'm trying to restart my DC universe, and I can't do it with I have to leave Batman out for a while.
It doesn't make sense if Superman is in this world that Batman is not even mentioned. And my feeling is, looking at the tone of this, it does kind of feel like a TV show and not a movie to me. Man of Steel, that's a movie. It has something to say. It's gonna, stand the test of time. This looks like a really good TV show.
Yes. And they can't get away from the CW. I mean, they let the CW go on for so long. And we always heard, we don't want two different superheroes. We don't want one on TV and one on the movies, because that'll confuse the audience. And oversaturates the product and everything, and they just let the CW go forever. And the CW is going to be DC for a lot of people.
Yeah.
For a lot of people, which is not good. Arg, another name for 1999, says, I stand with Foxu. Am I saying that right? That's Kirsha.
Yes.
Yeah, we stand with Kirsha. Gamer Subs. They stayed with her, right? They didn't. Gamer Subs didn't dump Kirsha. I don't think they did.
What
By the
is
way,
this?
Gary, will you be getting the $7 Superman meal deal at Dairy Queen?
I will not.
There's
There's
a Dairy.
absolutely nothing healthy in this picture. You know what? I think eating the plastic cup might be healthier than actually the food.
I know where a Dairy Queen is. I might get one.
Bro.
Just to
They might be a little more rare in California now that I think about it. There is a Dairy Queen off of every exit. There's 2 restaurants you could count on finding in like West Texas in the middle of nowhere. It's a Dairy Queen and a Sonic.
I would do the chicken, maybe.
Yeah, chicken basket, strips.
Just everything else probably
all
not.
healthy.
It's all fried.
It's all bad.
Chris, no. I'm forbidding you from eating any of that shit.
It's not
Dad.
on it's not on my meal plan, really,
No.
to be honest.
No, it's not on mine
No.
either. Okay.
Yeah, but I had to share.
But thanks for sharing.
Did you see the Milk-Bone commercial?
Yes, I did.
No.
Yeah, it's
But we stand with Kirsha, by the way. She'll be fine. She's gonna get a bunch of followers from this. And
Kirsha, is it some YouTuber drama I don't know about?
Well, she was playing a game that pretty much only she was playing.
Yeah.
And some twat went after her, kind of like they did our good friend Kara, kind of like they did with us. Some random twat tried to get her basically, because she had an opinion on the Shiloh or Silo girl who dropped the N-word and all that stuff, because she had an opinion on it, by the way.
Yeah.
The game that she was pretty much the only one pushing dropped her. And now the game is just gonna fade into obscurity. And this happens all the time. And it's cancel culture shit. It's typical, but she will be fine and stronger than ever, and good for her. Yeah. Trailer needed to show Lex as legit villain-ish, says Joseph W. Yeah, they just showed him kind of talking. They need to show his girlfriend's trapped in another dimension. Andrew CR for 5,000 Czechoslovakia. Is it Czechoslovakian? I'm going to say yes. Pesos. Frank, do you have a Halloween costume yet? If not, you could do Napoleon Dynamite's grandma.
I don't know what she even looks like, but I have a lot of Halloween costumes. I think I'll do Reed Richards, but I'm going to wear a mustache.
Matt Fun Games for $2 says Nerdrotic can't see good in anything except for the Eternaut, which I talked about, except for Mobland.
Dude, Mobland.
Except for the good things I pointed out in the trailer. I mean, except for all the stuff that I think is good, I don't really see the good in anything.
Oh, Mobland. I watched
Math
5 episodes. Oh, sorry, Gary. Sorry.
I was just going to say, Math Fun and Games, I have very high expectations of Superman. Very high. Because James Gunn has set them high. Peter Safran has set them high. Warner Brothers has set them high. This is not a superhero you go in half-ass. And it did not meet my very high expectations of this character. Very whelming. Sorry, go on, Chris.
I watched 5 episodes on Sunday, back to back. Dude, the show is so good.
It's amazing.
So good. And I can't believe, what is it? Is it 12 episodes? I forget. I think
it's 10.
10. God, I love it. I love it. It's, it's like one of the things with watching TV, I've always had this experience, which is why I'm less a fan of TV and more of a fan of movies. There always ends up being side characters and subplots I don't care about. And I tend to delete them in my mind. Like, well, I care about this storyline. I care about this character. And TV is ensemble with lots of following many characters. like in Lost, there was that mixed race couple that were kind of middle-aged, and I found them to be so boring every time they were on screen. That was a bathroom break. Remember? They were so dull, and the guy was so whipped with his wife, and it was just like, I don't care about you. So I took the good with the bad in Lost, and I cared about Sawyer and Jack and all that. So whatever. But I care about everybody in this, including Richie, who is a very sympathetic villain. He did not deserve everything that happened to him. And I'm conflicted because, I care about what's going on with Harry, but like, my God, these people are horrible.
They're horrible. It is
horrible.
It's the best show. It's the best show on TV right now. And your description of it's kind of a truncated Game of Thrones.
Maybe you said it. I don't know, but it's got that
it's got the feel. It's got a Joffrey. Yeah. It's very, very Machiavellian, and it's really good. Cannot recommend it enough. So there you go. And listen, Math, Fun, and Games, thank you for the $2, and your opinion is welcome here. You can call me out. That's fine. The Grizzly for $10 says, super shit, doesn't look good. It looks like James Gunn needs to do more reshoots of James Gunn before James Gunn 11th. Superhero movies are more extinct than the dinosaurs they are going up against. Yeah, it's not without the realm. I don't think Jurassic Park is going to be good, but I think it could crush Superman and Fantastic Four. We'll see. I could be wrong. You think the Critical Drinkers stuff is good, but criticize this. LOL, you crazy. I don't put it on the same level because this is made. This cost over $300 million to make. They have Hollywood and Warner Brothers have every resource available to them, including owning their own studios. They have access to technology. So that's why I don't compare this. You don't see me cracking on indie movies on this channel. Chris is the one who covers indie movies, but you don't see me cracking on anything that at least gives it a shot that has limited resources, like an indie movie. I don't.
Right.
Thank you, Math, Fun, and Games, to tell me that for $5, though. But I know exactly where you're coming from. Jackson loves Nintendo for $1.99. James Gunn, Super It. Hey, why doesn't anybody call out my negativity? Because it never happens, Chris.
I don't know.
Watch Mobland, Math, Fun, and Games. Tell me what you think about it. Give me a 1 hour comprehensive video on it. I'd love to see it. Arms Slave for $5. There is a Superman versus Kaiju comics, Justice League versus Godzilla. There's Avengers versus Godzilla. There's Avengers and the Transformers. Yeah. Hey, Nerdrotic, 2 words. Look up. Thank you for the $5, Math, Fun, and Games. Chelsea M, member for 4 months. 2 words for Superman and Heroes. Personal trainer. That's good. And we'll do one more before we get to Ironheart. Having read Sharp for $19.99, thank you very much. Having read every Superman comic from Action Comics 1 all the way to the Wade Action Comics run, this is as Superman as you can get. You guys can think it's just saving cat and trees. Read All-Star Superman. It's not the 40s, guys. He evolved. I've read All-Star Superman multiple times. And even Mark Waid's Superman Rebirth, which is really good. And it is grown up, but you're establishing Superman, right? So I think you could definitely get into that stuff, Sharp, but you can't compete. You have to compete against yourself, Sharp. So you can't worry about Man of Steel. You can't worry about Dick Donner's Superman. You can't worry about Superman Returns. You need to we are establishing Superman for now. I don't give a fuck what came out before. That's not even going to enter in my mind. And you need to establish him as an inspirational hero before you jump in to things like All-Star Superman, which is a result of decades and decades of Superman storytelling, which really fit as something different because of the decades of storytelling that happened before it. I have read most of those comics as well. And I think establishing still a little bit of nihilism and pessimism in this is not a good idea. I could be wrong though, Sharp. I could be wrong. Oh, I also own a lot of I don't have Action Comics #1, but I own a pretty impressive run of Superman and Action Comics going all the way back to the Golden Age.
Hey, can I get some coffee before we do
Ironheart? Go for it.
I'll probably spit it at my screen, but I'll be right back.
Yeah, but Superman like Rebirth, I'm sure you've read that, Sharp. It really fucking good. Batman Forever, LOL, says Robert Ortiz for 12 months. All right, so Chris is going to go get that. We're going to I'll read a couple more. We're going to fire up the Ironheart. The Ironheart trailer. It's iconic, guys. It's iconic. You guys praise dated slop. Oh shit. Sharp, you made such a good point. You made such a good point. Thank you for the $9.99, but then you fucking lose me with this. You guys praise dated slop like Superman, like Donner's Superman. Dated slop. One of the greatest movies ever made is Dated Slop. Oh man, you just fucking undercut your whole previous point. Shallow as can be. Marlon Brando disliked it because of it. Marlon Brando disliked absolutely everything he did, but Marlon Brando was so good when he was mailing it in. He was still fucking awesome. Marlon Brando's scenes are the greatest Jor-El scenes ever put to screen. They will never, ever be equaled. You guys are stuck in the past. Hey, I hope Bradley Cooper does a better job. I do. Man, I was with you up until then. Even Lois's fake news ambush journalist shake my head, says Nose is the Wild. James Gunn's Gunnians of the Galaxy. Ovelia Gallant. I can't pronounce the last part. Sorry. Thank you for the $2.79. Andor was dope. Sad it's over. Hope they do more. We will talk a little bit about Andor very soon. We're waiting for Chris to get back, and we're gonna go over the Ironheart trailer. We're gonna go over the Ironheart trailer.
Can I read a Streamlabs?
Yeah,
that is probably going to be funny. Ryan Kinnell on the Streamlabs side for $10 says, X-Ray Girl is so bad at driving. I'm starting to think the attack on Pearl Harbor was an accident.
That's
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
No.
Damn.
All right. I can objectively and definitively say the Superman trailer is 1,000 times better than this.
Yeah, I've seen this. It's better, and it's better than all the marketing thus far, but I feel like enthusiasm isn't there for this. It's not well planned out. Like
okay,
for
so
all the marketing for Superman is not. It's the rollout has been
and I hope it's the best movie this year. I really do. I hope we go. You know what? Something's better than the Donner Superman now.
Yeah, I
hope so.
Like, do you remember seeing the trailers for Guardians of the Galaxy? Were you ever like excited? I wonder, looking back at that trailer for Guardians, if you look back, be like, what the fuck is this? And not excited. And then the movie was great.
I was fine with it, but like I also read the comic books and knew the tone of the comic books, and I'm like, wow, he really got that tone. And and the music was new back then and kind of a little freshness.
Yeah.
Despite having some, like, it's all the music that I heard on the radio in my mom's car, and I'm like, that's cool. I like that. I was looking forward to it. I'm like, this might be good. Chris, I don't know if you heard that super chat. I got a question for you.
Yes.
You think Dick Donner's Superman is dated slop?
I I will say this. There's an argument to be made because even when I saw it as a kid, those Derek Meddings model shots are cheap looking. It looks like a train set. Some of the effects were not great even at the time. What makes it work is the performance. It's really the acting, the music, like Jarrell, like that. But the Brando as Jarrell had such gravitas and weight. All those scenes on Krypton were so iconic. And that's what really propelled it. And which is why I still go. It's the best Superman movie. Might be the best superhero movie ever.
Yep.
Like the first
Still is.
Superman. But I can see an argument could be made that parts of it.
If you're going to say, okay, you're going to say the effects are dated, but you're calling the entire movie dated slop based on performances, script writing, directing, acting. That's fucking insane.
Yeah.
That's an insane statement. And I mean, you know, people are prisoners of the moment, and that's fine. But okay, Star Wars, dated slop. Classic Doctor Who, dated slop. Star Trek, the original series, dated slop.
But it's hard for me to see it because at the time I saw it, I was the right age. I was like 12 when I saw it. It was just, and I had been reading comics since I was 5. So, you know, to like see that movie at that stage of life, it affects you. Many of us have seen movies as a kid.
And why hasn't anybody topped it since then?
Right, that's true. But like we saw movies as a kid that I know if I saw them now, I can say, well, it was not great. But because my memory of seeing it as a kid, that's imprinted.
Yeah, but there's still you know, if people see the despecialized editions and see the effects of Star Wars, especially Return of the Jedi, oof. Yeah. Oof. But you know, it's not like it's Logan's Run.
Well, I love Logan's Run because I love Jenny Agutter and it has boobs.
Yeah, it's got boobs. Yeah, all that dated slop with boobs.
Yeah.
Yeah, modern day. Woo! So good. All right, let's watch something that okay. So there's two schools of thought with this one. Marvel wanted to bury this under the Superman trailer, or they actually wanted to compete with it and drop it. This can't be an accident that Marvel and DC drop a trailer the same day within a couple of hours each other. If I was Marvel, I would have tried a better Fantastic Four trailer, but I think there's a couple schools of thought that like they waited. We are under 40 days from Ironheart being released. And this is the very first trailer that they've released publicly. It's probably we go to YouTube and see what the ratio's at right now. Maybe we should do that one instead.
Yeah.
Marvel Studios. Here we go. Oh my God, there's these where is it? There's Marvel Entertainment. Oh, there it is. All right, so let's go. No. Damn it. There it is. You can talk, Chris. Give me a second.
G&G Daily talked about this. Beardo loved it. I don't know what
he did.
Really?
I don't know what he's smoking. Beardo thought it was great. So no, he didn't.
So what we have here, what we have here is it's not quite ratioed that, but it's well on its way.
I heard it was getting there. It was getting there. I just think this is white people making a black show, and it feels like that. Because it's just so can't they just have like some stirring score?
I've already seen it, so I can do this.
You've got black characters, yet they feel compelled to play hip hop because that's what I don't know. It's just it seems like playing a gong every time X-Ray Girl comes out on the screen. It's very
They do.
it just is so cliche. It's cliche. Although they really are leaning into Ryan Coogler and his affiliation with Sinners being such an unexpected hit, and then throwing his name all over this. And I think I don't know. I think, especially because Wakanda Forever was not well received at all. I mean, I think the box office was half of Black Panther.
It was. It still made a lot of money, but it was God, I think it was a different time. I think if it was released a year later, it would have made half as much.
Right.
That was really the decline that we predicted from the get-go. So yes, I downvoted because I've already seen this. But let's take a look because it's iconic, Chris.
Right, here we go.
Hello?
The insanely popular character from the comics.
Welcome, Riri. In less than 3 minutes, the air in this elevator will no longer be breathable.
Oh, what is this?
You ready? You'll suffocate and die unless you break into the device on the floor, where you'll find a gas mask. Good luck.
Screw this.
I heard Riri Williams was a genius. So you in or out?
The Hood.
All right.
See you.
So the Hood in the Hood, and we got the hip hop music.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, we're halfway through the trailer, and it's just them in an elevator.
I'm thinking of jokes I can't say.
Well, I mean, you could hear, but Riri Williams, insanely popular character from the comics, and we went over the behind the scenes yesterday, and they really made a point to say, we're not passing the mantle. This isn't passing the mantle. This isn't the replacement for Ironheart, which she literally was in the comic books.
Yeah.
Her interactions with Tony Stark were as an AI because he was dead.
Is he in this as an AI?
No. So they made a point like, we're not passing the mantle. So after the whole thing about Captain America is just a mantle that can be passed to Sam Wilson, we're not doing it here. Like just a complete 180 on this. I see you're fed up.
I see you're fed up, waiting to be acknowledged for your
greatness.
Riri, I see you. I see you're fed up, waiting to be acknowledged for your greatness.
Hey, pause. She's already great. There's no journey for her.
No, this
She
is the
figured
hero's journey.
I guarantee, quote me on this, I guarantee he will never fail.
No.
She will not have failures or struggles to overcome. She will simply win.
She will simply
Exist.
become.
Yeah.
The hero's journey, which is a straight line. It's not an arc. It's not answering the call. It's realizing you were great all along and you were just being held down by the system or the patriarchy or both. The hero's journey.
Yeah.
Like, dude, Deadpool and Wolverine makes $1 billion. And what did we say after that movie did well? We're like, this doesn't fix anything. We're going to go back to the Disney Marvel regular programming. So they get this big fucking win last year, right? That they needed badly with Fox characters. And they follow it up with a flop, Captain African American, which is now publicly called a flop and underperforming by Disney, by the press. When just a few weeks ago, you were crazy to call it a flop. Daredevil Born Again. I think it barely charted once or twice. Massive flop.
Yeah.
Something that Marvel thought was going to no, we're going to get a win with this one. No, it was a massive flop. It was a massive disappointment. Thunderbolts. Hey, Marvel's back, baby. Chris, Thunderbolts. Marvel is back. It was definitely better than a lot of things they put out, but it's not doing that great. It might eke out a break even or a little bit of a profit, but I wouldn't say something's back when you spent $200 million to make 10,000.
Right.
And then they a couple of weeks later, they dropped this trailer, which is the next Marvel thing that leads into the Fantastic Four. Now, I think thankfully nobody's going to watch this except for YouTubers because this looks cringe. This looks unbelievably cringe.
Yeah.
And look what they put in the trailer. This is supposed to be the best. A trailer they've waited to the last minute because I guarantee you they knew this was shit. It's been on the fucking shelf for 2 years, and they waited for a good point where they had to eventually put it out, and they wanted to put the trailer out as close to the show as possible because it's going to get ratioed into oblivion.
You are not the first genius at MIT.
How come you're not working at one of those fancy tech firms?
After my internship abroad.
At Wakanda. And like she's doing something totally different. They aren't passing a mantle. She's not derivative in any way. They're just showing her at an anvil like Tony Stark. This little girl who could probably barely pick up this hammer.
I want to build something undeniable, something
Important.
iconic.
It's a brand.
Heroes do not aspire to be iconic. Villains do.
They're selfless. I just don't think that current day writers can write heroes. We've lost the meaning of that in everywhere in society, not just politics, but also sports. Have you seen the ratings of the NBA? And not that anyone cares about any of this here, but there were eras of the NBA where there were real, like almost heroic figures and athletes you could admire. And I see in almost every area of life, politics, TV, film, like heroes are, the definition is wobbly. And if you look at phase 4 and 5 of Marvel, it's all gray. Even Star Wars is now gray. If you look at Acolyte, right? Like and here it's like, if you're going to do something iconic, you got to break some rules.
Yeah. It's a villain origin story.
It's a villain.
If you make her a villain, it works. It actually works.
Yeah.
But no, I want to be iconic.
Yeah.
It's like, no, why don't you be a hero? And needing, that was even in the Thunderbolts when they had people clapping. It's like they don't seek acknowledgement. One of the hooks of Spider-Man was we the reader knew what Peter went through. And all the bullshit he gets from the press and J. Jonah Jameson and the police coming after him. And he never gets credit. A lot of people look at him as the bad guy, and at the reader, you're like, damn it, man, poor Peter. But he just keeps going and he keeps being a hero. Because that's what he does, because he's a good person. We know
he holds his head high. He's good in spite of what he's surrounded by, and I don't know. I don't think this character will struggle. I think it'll all be about her. She'll be a victim. That is the modern hero narrative, is being a victim. Part of Superman will play into that. He's a victim. He's being attacked by the world and the press and just all of that.
In that tome that you told me about that Robert did a live stream on, are we in the worst era of pop culture ever? It's really, I mean, the whole thing is about, I forgot what the term they use, but declinism or something like that. They're basically, they talked to a bunch of black pillars about it, and the guy was trying to like give the other perspective. But what he did say at the end was, you know, we're probably going to get something better once we get out of this narcissistic storytelling. And this is narcissistic storytelling. That's what this is. And we need to aspire to something grander, something outside of ourselves. And everything is just so self-obsessed. And it comes through because that's what the current crop of writers and at Marvel and at DC and in Hollywood we've talked about this before, Chris, have very little life experience. So they are self-obsessed, and that's not what heroes are. That's why the older heroes have lasted so long, because they had this basis of selflessness, aspirational, inspirational.
It taps into something in our collective psyche that is about the human experience. And these modern heroes don't do that. They will be, and again, when we look back on this era, which probably started 2010 to up to now, it's a miracle that good things were made in that period, but the most of the stuff is just plain garbage. And this is
and even Marvel knows it. That's why they sat on it for so long, and they're just crapping this out. And they're doing 3-episode premiere, and I think it's 6 episodes. So it's only going to go for 4 weeks, and it goes into July. So it's going to be competing with itself when it'll be competing with Superman. And so it'll just be a lot of fun for YouTubers, because this looks horrible. And the acting is terrible. The acting is utterly terrible in this.
They're dropping 3 episodes on day 1. And then I'm sure it'll be, I don't know, how many episodes are there? I'll find out.
It's so much harder to do aspirational storytelling that's engaging. It is. It's way easier to go nihilist and dark. That's why so many people do it. It was really easy that, without Tolkien, you don't have George and others kind of like George gets a lot of credit for subverting the tropes of fantasy, but Michael Moorcock did it before that. But it's really easy to do that and then not finish your story, because you still have to wrap it up in a satisfying way. And if you're going to be subverting the tropes of something like Tolkien, you still need to have a hero come out at the end. The good guys need to beat the bad guys. And George R. Martin's obviously had a big problem with that. It's just way easier to do, because it requires more talent to create an aspirational story.
No, one quick thing. Diversity. If the goal is to create a black female hero you can look up to, and I mean anyone can look up to without identity being a part of it, there's a way to do that. But I don't think this is. Conversely, I DM'd you yesterday. The new F1 trailer is fucking amazing. That trailer, I don't know if we can show it. It's WB again.
Yep.
But holy hell, that trailer, very diverse cast for that movie. But you're wrapped up in the story, and it's basically a generational story. It's a young hotshot race car driver in rival with an older race car driver.
Yep, a 61-year-old. Which I saw some F1 fans going, no way.
I would agree. Yeah. I would agree. Fair criticism, but it's not about race.
No, right? It's about racing.
Funny. It's funny. The F1 movie is not about race. Yeah, I was waiting for you.
A little ageism, though.
I can give you the tools to help you carry out your vision. But anyone who's ever accomplished anything iconic in life has had to do some questionable things to get it done.
Iconic.
Oh.
What will you do, Riri?
You've bitten off a hell of a lot more than you can chew. I could chew a lot. You know nothing about this man.
You're gonna end up dead or in jail.
This is so much bigger than that.
I heard they're introducing Mephisto finally in this.
Right.
That can't be true. Is that true, chat? That cannot be true. Yes, it's Robin in the Hood too. It is. We be Robin, Robin. We be Robin.
Oh God.
Wait. We be Robin.
You look goofy.
Director X.
Oh.
Oh. Well,
This is wild. A shady bunker.
Wild.
My bunker's not shady.
that's
Wait. Go
that's
back.
that's
him.
Alden Ehrenreich.
Did he?
Man,
what happened to him?
That's what happens to people when they work for Disney Star Wars, man.
They like what is the maximum way we can emasculate him? Looks like a schlubby. This was Han Solo, young Han Solo. I didn't even recognize him when I first watched this trailer. And then Jeremy from Geeks and Gamers says, I was like, holy shit, it was him? There was a random white dude.
Dude. Oh my God. Poor guy. Solo lost money.
The bunker's not shady. Would a shady bunker have that on the wall?
Sorry.
Live, laugh, love.
It's literally above a crate of self-guided missiles.
I'm returning those.
Well, thank God there was hip hop music in it, or I wouldn't have known it was about black people.
Gary, what if it's good?
That line bothered me where it was like, you have to do some shady things.
Yeah.
To get
the
to,
iconic.
It's like, that's a villain story, I thought.
It's 6 episodes total, dropping half on day 1. 3 episodes on day 1. And I predict she'll be in the costume 5 minutes of every episode.
Yeah, or later, much later on, like there's 3 episodes of just Riri. Oh, engaging. So engaging. What if it's good, Chris?
Yeah, what if it's good, Gary?
I would
Then you gotta do
be shocked.
I'm gonna recommend Mobland and Ironheart.
There you go.
That's what you'll do.
I recommend Mobland and the Eternaut. The Eternaut. Have you heard about that one, Chris?
I have. It's on Netflix, right?
Yes.
I want to watch it.
Yeah, it's good. So iconic. This will be an iconic failure, and I look forward to it.
Iconic failure. Oh,
yes,
Will
it
this
is.
be more of a failure than some of the other shows?
I could tell you right now, like this, Riri Williams was completely unpopular in the comics. We saw the Ryan Coogler talking about like, she was so popular. They tried that shit with Miss Marvel. Canceled comics. They actually showed the cover of Ironheart 1, which was one of the most embarrassing covers ever drawn, known to man. And you'll have to, I'm not going to pull it up now, but it basically looks like her torso was cut off and they put deer legs on the bottom of her. It's fucking terrible. But Ironheart, Marvel's back, baby. What's up, X-Ray Girl?
Oh my God.
Nothing. I'm feeling underwhelmed.
I thought you were
right
leading
now.
up to something there. Oh, I thought.
Oh no.
No. Okay.
I feel very underwhelmed by this trailer.
Superman trailer's better than Ironheart for sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I thought the Superman trailer was all right. Yeah, it's all right. I don't like the music. But Marvel's back, baby.
Yeah. Do you think? Okay, so they drop 3, and then it goes for 3 more weeks. So 4 weeks of
4 weeks.
Ironheart. 4 weeks. So
I'm surprised they
ends,
didn't give it Echo treatment.
yeah, same. So it'll run through when Comic-Con begins, San Diego, from June 24th through, a month, right?
Yep. If we make it to Comic-Con this year, that's a big if.
You may or may not go.
It depends. If you got a panel, I'll go see your panel.
Well, I mean, yeah, I don't know at this point. I don't know when they announce panels.
Well, when does it my life depends on movie and TV releases. My life is literally sent like we're planning flights and stuff. And I'm like, well, we can't do it that day because this releases. Like that's
well, they're going to screen FF on either the Monday or Tuesday before Comic-Con, and they'll probably do some special. Marvel's going to run a victory lap, and they'll probably show the movie or do something special and do a panel on what's to come, right? That's what I'm guessing for Hall H. We should go, Gary, because we know how to get into Hall H.
We know how to get into Hall H now.
But it involves you getting frisked. So
yeah,
you have to get frisked before you go in.
Yeah, we did. We got a little frisked.
Yeah.
You got a little frisked. Okay, quickly before we get to super chats, Andor ended last night. Andor ended last night. It was a 3-episode arc, so it was 10, 11, and 12. I will keep this as brief as possible, unlike the show. I thought episodes 10 and 11 were pretty good. Were pretty solid as far as the framing of the show. Now, I think the first 6 episodes are kind of bad. I think they're
I agree.
I think they're really bad.
Slow.
I think season 1 was hit and miss. I think there was like a handful of things in there that I liked. I think a lot of our friends, we have friends who love the show. We have friends who hate the show. I come at almost as an objective observer of Star Wars now, because I just don't give a fuck. So I land somewhere in it. Like, is this the best Disney Star Wars ever made? I think in moments, yes. Like just in brief moments, or like the Empire's never been better. Luthen is the best character they've ever created. Andy Serkis I forgot his name, was great in season 1. And even Cassian Andor is better than he is in Rogue One, because he was able to develop a second facial expression. But he's still not the most important character in his own show. He doesn't show up until halfway through the penultimate episode of these final 3 episodes. The first one's about basically Kayla, is that her name? And Luthen. And it kind of becomes her show in the finale. And it's the final episode, bro, that planned it for me. It meanders, and it made Bail Organa a fucking dipshit, and that pissed me off. I was like, fucking what? So they had me until the end, and it rolls directly into Rogue One. Like Cassian Andor's given an order to go to the place where he's I forgot the name of it now, where he's at the beginning of Rogue One. So I made this I'm like, fuck it, Chris. I should be going to bed right now, but I haven't seen this movie in 10 years. I'm gonna watch Rogue One.
How does it hold up with
Big mistake? Big mistake.
Oh, wow.
Huge mistake. It does not hold up at all. It makes the movie look worse. Have your criticisms about Andor, which it deserves. Unnecessary lesbians. Again, unnecessary lesbians. Fuck Hollywood for making lesbians cringe and lame. Rock, paper, scissors, rebels. The rape scene is like the least of its worries. There's just too much filler. They pay everything off in this show, which is rare, if not non-existent, on D+, and they do it in a very clever way. They don't tell you, they show you, so you have to pick it up. But by the time they get to some of these conclusions, some of these payoffs, I'm like, oh, fuck, you could have done that a couple of episodes ago.
Here's what I think now that it's all done. There were really good episodes. There were episodes you didn't need. You could cut 3 movies, 6 hours total of content from everything we got, which was nearly 20 hours of content. Take that 20 hours, cut it down to 3 movies, cut it by a third, and you've got some you could cut like a mid trilogy between prequels and the OT, a trilogy of how the rebellion was born. Someone who's a really good editor could do that, and I'll bet it would be amazing. You could do opening crawls and have titles and really make it, and cut out the completely unnecessary, keep all the action, have it cut faster paced. If someone wants to learn how to edit, you could do that. And I'd love to watch it, because it was so much unnecessary. And even things like the word grape, may the thread be with you.
Yes,
Barry.
So as far as Rogue One standing up to it, though, it's childish in comparison.
Yeah,
so you can have your criticisms of Andor, but it's written at a very adult level. They don't treat the fans like retards. But I mean, also, listen, there's girl bosses all over it, and all the women survive at the end. So you can't not point that out. Like it would be insane not to point that out. So something that had potential, that has moments that are the most serious, most earnest Disney Star Wars ever created, especially with the Empire, are brought down by the Disney Star Wars of it all, if that makes any sense. But you go into Rogue One, for one, Andor forgets. There's a scene I specifically remember. He's like in a cage on Jeddah, being held by Saul Guerrera, and he's trying to get out, and he specifically says, "This is the first." They're like, "What? You've never been locked up before?" And Andor goes, "This is the first time for me." And it's like, oh, except for the prison scene.
Yeah.
Season 1.
That was like a year of his life too.
Yeah. Whoops. Wait. You can forgive that, but you can't forgive the childish writing, the cringe line of where Diego Luna's rebellions are built on hope. Hope is not a strategy, and it was cringe. Running into Walrus Man. It's so noticeable. After the tone of Andor, you get to Disney Star Wars tone. It's whiplash. And then Jen Erso is a fucking terrible character. Her beating the shit out of a bunch of stormtroopers who are armored with fucking helmets on with a stick was so bad. So it makes the movie actually worse. It makes the movie worse. So if you like Andor, don't watch Rogue One. Do not watch Rogue One. It is it's not good. Not good. I actually probably liked it more the first time I saw it, but now that you see, I think, Chris, that's what I think a lot of fans wanted. They wanted Star Wars to grow up a little bit. They wanted a more earnest tone. They wanted an earnest tone. They wanted an empire that was actually bad and evil and had the most power. Like it felt like you were fighting something you could not defeat. And that's what Andor did well, and that's what Disney should have done from day one. Doing it 10 years later, I guess, congratulations. You finally made some moments of Star Wars that were engaging and entertaining and, dare I say, mature. But too little too late. Don't subscribe to Disney Plus.
Well, maybe for Ironheart, but
maybe for Ironheart. Maybe for Ironheart.
I mean, it looks Ironheart. One thing I can say that's nice. It looks expensive. It has production value. But
if that's for Ironheart, if that's the best of the best in the trailer, then is it just a bunch of standing around in rooms being iconic?
Yes. It is.
With that acting, that might actually hurt to watch. It might, hopefully it's like Acolyte, where it's just so memeable and cringe. You just have a good time laughing at it. That's some of the best stuff. That's
a source from Marvel just reached out. Someone, I don't know if I should say this.
Did it say don't
did it say don't
this?
say anything?
Let me read the whole thing. Okay. I say this wholeheartedly. Ironheart is the worst fucking thing Marvel has ever put out. Makes Echo look like LA Confidential.
I know who said that to you.
Yeah, of course. I think this person sent it to you too.
They did. Let me see. I
Check the documents.
check. Yep.
There you go.
Dude. Oh, so maybe Marvel has their little mini acolyte. That's good stuff. Good stuff. Okay, let's get to soups.
Maybe we'll get a rap song.
I hope Fantastic Four is great, despite the female Silver Surfer. I have my doubts. I think Superman has the most potential to be good. I think it has more potential to be good than Fantastic Four, like for sure. I'll be there fucking opening day or a fan event if we do it. If they do it, I wish they would have done one for Mission Impossible, like a Monday fan event. But no,
I got my tickets already.
I'd rather it be a pretty good movie than woke crap. I'm fine with a pretty good movie. I just don't think that's what. So if we walk out of Superman going, it was pretty good. I'm like, cool, it's pretty good. And at least that's a start. You could say that's a start. But if we walk out of Superman and it's pretty good and it makes like $550 million worldwide, that's going to make DC. I don't think they'll cancel James Gunn's DCEU, but I think they will go fast track Batman.
Or they'll pull back, or just I don't know. I do think look, Thunderbolt was not like Captain America. It wasn't the worst thing ever, but it's underperforming, and we'll see what the final box office is.
Do not think for 1 minute that WB they are expecting a $1 billion movie for Superman.
Yeah. Well, on the good news front, that June 4th in theaters, one showing only, Wicked is back with a special preview of Wicked for Good. So I'm just for X-Ray Girl.
For Jeremy, you got to get those tickets
for Jeremy and Ryan. And then also, I sent you this last night because I thought this was cool.
Oh, this is great. This is fucking great. I'll get right back to your super chat. No face.
Sorry.
This is fucking fantastic. Okay, for one, lifelong Charger fan till they left to LA. I fucking hate the Raiders. I hate them. But I got respect for them, right? So Al Davis this was before I was born, when he was a Charger coach. Yes, Al Davis started out as a Charger coach. John Madden started out at San Diego State University. Al Davis lived down the street from my dad.
That's great.
So Christian Bale, that is Christian fucking Bale as Al Davis. And Nicolas Cage is John Madden. That is fucking legendary. I love it.
How is Nick Cage going to do that iconic voice of John Madden?
I don't know, but
there's about 10 guys in there.
I've
got plowed right up the middle. Like, oh my God. I love John Madden. I love John Madden. I would buy those video games. Loved when he did color commentary. He reminded me of an uncle of mine who would swear watching football. Goddamn Raiders. Like, I love it. He's a man's man. And I cannot wait for this movie.
Yep.
Look at that makeup on these guys.
Dude.
Holy shit.
Christian Bale as Al Davis is like so fucking genius. I love it. I fucking love it. That is great. So well done on that casting.
Yeah.
God damn, that is fucking awesome.
Yeah.
All right. Now we'll get to No Face for $9.99. Don't forget the Flintstones has the great Gazoo. It's a shark jump phase when you have all-powerful imp antagonist. Yes. Like Mr. Okay, so Mr. Mixelplick, that's what I've called him forever. I don't think it's the right pronunciation. I don't care. I mean, like people, I still say Thanos. Remember in the early days, Chris was Star Wars. It was Princess Leia.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. One could even say Q is just a great Gazoo, but Q's awesome. Q's different.
I love when Gazoo would say, "Ooh, hello, dum dum." He would say that to Fred Flintstone.
Yep. I'd rather a pretty good movie than a woke crap. Me too. Every day of the week.
It doesn't look woke at all. It looks
Superman?
like
no.
Superman.
I think there might be some maybe modernity as a point of view. But I don't think it's gonna be woke.
No, not at all.
No. Fantastic Four is intersectional. So if you want to file that under woke, okay. Because of the female Silver Surfer, the only reason they cast a female Silver Surfer was to make it a female Silver Surfer. It was not a creative decision. It wasn't a good story decision. And it's not even a good business decision. I've gone over that a lot. It's like Black Snape. It's the same fucking thing.
Ugh.
It was just done as a DEI decision. Didn't earn it. So is Crypto actually going to be in this movie, or is it going to be a CG version of Gun's ugly as fuck rescue mutt? That's Crypto. I think Crypto is kind of a lab-ish dog to me. I think lab-ish dogs are cooler. I got nothing against mutts, but Lance, yeah, that's Crypto. But that's not any kind of a deal breaker with me or anything. I like Corn Sweat sounds. He sounds fine. Yeah. The costumes are frumpy. And I highly question that decision. Gilbert Godfrey as Mr. Mixelplick was great, says Matthew Hammond. It's a good voice for it. Best name I could think of for $5 says, I'm just hoping they don't make Guy Gardner an idiot. A jerk, yes, but they will likely make him the butt of all the jokes. Read Justice League International, one of the best runs of comics ever. Dearest for $5. Guy Gardner, even if a meathead, is still a Green Lantern. Yes, he is. The Green Lantern Corps is greater than Maxwell Lord's. I cannot believe Guy would be under his manipulation. Well, you got to read Justice League International. Again, I'm fine with them adapting stuff and modernizing stuff, but you have to build up to that. And what you do is you go to the foundation of the character. You go to the beginning. You don't have to show the fucking origin again. I'm fine with that. But in spirit and tone, you go to the foundation. I enjoyed the trailer. Please be better than MOD.
Man of Steel, I think.
Yeah, I think I was going to say.
No, Man of Murder.
Man of Murder.
Thanks.
Oh, right. That's good.
Shlomi Lerner for $10. If this succeeds, what are 3 DC characters you would like to have a show or a movie? But I would love to see the Red Hood or Cassandra Cain show. I would watch a Red Hood show. I think Batman should have a TV show. I've said that for years and years on this channel. I think Batman is better suited for TV. A prestige series, 10 episodes a year, in Gotham, being a detective, full rogues gallery of villains, Alfred, fully functional Batcave, all his little fucking gadgets, and maybe starting the Bat family. I'm fine with him being with Robin. And then maybe later on seasons, you can introduce Batgirl and another Robin and go from there and get to Nightwing. But that's what I think it would be great. I think it would be great. Thumbs up 1981 for $1.99. If CW is DC for people, I pity them. I would too. It's not for me. I'm just saying for a lot of normies, it might be. TJ Jordan for $5. I keep hearing the question, who would win? 1 gorilla or 100 men? I don't care. But I'm more curious about 1 gorilla or 100 women. Now that I would watch. Yeah.
Oh God, no. The gorilla would win, obviously.
Anth for $5 says everything that has come out so far as shows Superman's getting his ass kicked. Maybe they're saving it for the movie. And if they are, I mean, I might actually credit them. I'm fine with a shitty fucking trailer and a good movie. I would prefer that.
Yes.
And you go into the movie and you get some surprises and stuff. I am totally fine with that. So if I walk out of that going, yeah, the movie's great, the trailer was shitty, but it didn't, it didn't show the whole movie and I didn't get surprised. So I will credit them for that. Lousy.
I think it's Loudy.
Loudy. Is it Lousy or Loudy?
Well, it's a 7, so.
Has gifted 50 Nerdrotic membership.
Wow.
Sorry for the
Wow.
Yeah, sorry we jacked up your name there. Thank you. Thank you. Mobland watch party for members on Sunday night at 8 p.m. Central Time. And we're going to do it every week. And maybe I can like talk to Mahler into joining me for one of them. And I think we're going to probably do a live stream at the end of the season. So we'll do the watch party and then we'll go and do a live stream. Yeah. And who knows? Maybe we'll do some watch. Oh, Clarkson's Farm on the 23rd. So we're 9 days away. Clarkson's Farm watch party. Best show on TV. Mark Jameson for 20. Thank you. Hey, Smallville was mostly good. I love Smallville. And for that matter, Superman and Lois was good. I did like a lot of it. It's not like all the CW sucked. No, Arrow, and you're right, Mark. You're right. Like Arrow season 1 and 2 were great. I fucking loved them. And then it just completely changed tone. I like Flash season 1 too.
I love Flash season 1.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. So no, the thing is, Mark, like the vast majority of it was shit. But there was some good. And they kind of ended on a high note with Superman and Lois. Like separating Superman from the rest of the CW. I thought that show was all right, man. Yeah, definitely. Jeff Up North has gifted 1 Nerdrotic membership. Thank you very much. And he's also been a member for 10 months. Thank you. 1 is all I can do for now. It's all good. You don't have to do any. Hope you guys are well. Go subscribe. If you're into ancient mysteries and ancient civilizations and all our forbidden frontier stuff, go subscribe to Jeff Up North. He went with us to Peru. Null Unit 60 has been a member for 57 months. Says Ryan could be called the little ball of hate, but the title is already taken. Yes. I want Superman to be great, but my hopes are mid. I mean, just be realistic. Hope for the best, expect the worst. And out of Superman, Jurassic Park, and Fantastic Four, I don't think it's going out on a limb by saying I'll probably like Superman the most out of all those 3.
Same. And I also think it'll be good, but I think it will be hobbled by the fact that I do think we've seen a lot of superhero stories. What is this trying to say?
Yeah, what's going to be different about it?
What's going to be different about it? That's why I know you said you don't mind there not being an origin. I think we need what I always loved in the comics, early Marvel. They didn't assume that they assumed a lot of people that picked up a comic for the first time hadn't been reading it. They would retell an origin in summation. It might even be one panel of 4 hands, vowing to become the Fantastic Four, or like a page summarizing the origin, or they put a little note, FF number 7 for the first appearance. You know what I mean? Like I like that. I like that. It was, I got to get that reprint, or I like it. It would help the reader along with a flashback, right, to what happened. Maybe we need that. Maybe we'll get that. It looks like we'll get a young Clark.
Yeah, it does. I'm okay with flashbacks. I am. I just don't need the beginning. Dude, I'm going to give Man of Steel a compliment here. I loved the origin of Man of Steel.
Yeah, same.
I loved it.
I loved it too. That movie I'm sorry to say, it's aged well. When you look back, it might have been shocking in 2014, but it's aged well. Was it 2014? It's aged well. That film. I would like to see.
I own Man of Steel.
Same.
If Superman Returns came out in 4K, I'd probably buy it. I despise that movie though. It's got little good moments in it, but I despise it.
I really don't like that film. It's also kind of feels creepy at some parts.
Oh yeah.
The opening scene with Lex implying he banged an old woman for her money. Like, what the fuck was that? It was creepy. There were parts that I will point to that are really kind of creepy and not Superman like. Aside from the fact that Brandon Routh wasn't allowed to talk, he barely acted in the movie.
Yeah, he didn't have a lot of lines. It was so strange. He was a mute Superman, and I think was a good Superman. I do. I think it was a good choice. Corvus 6 for $5 says, can we talk about the elephant in the room? Corn Sweat has a lazy eye. So what happens when Superman uses his heat vision?
True.
It's like some headlights that are just kind of
one's off.
Whoops. This isn't Clark Kent. I'm out. Good luck, gun, says Spiderfinger for $1.99. Guys, we have to go back to the hotel. My shoes don't match my purse. Las Vegas meetup 2025. Beardo. I missed that one. Did that happen, X-Ray Girl?
Did that happen?
Not that I'm aware of.
Yeah, when I saw him at the meetup, his shoes matched his purse.
If anything, his socks didn't match.
Oh,
that's he's trying to be too cool for school.
TJ Jordan for $5. The math and fun and games. Go touch grass. This show wasn't made for you. Hey, everybody's welcome. All opinions are welcome. I'll just I will refute them with certain truths. DC needs a good Lex. Nicholas Hoult looks the part. Yes, yeah, he does. I think overall the casting's goodness. I just don't like a lot of the costumes. Like Nathan Fillion as Guy Gardner. I'm not against that at all.
I don't like the cinematography. I think it looks cheap and the costumes are bad.
Deus Vault for 2. I agree. It looks, the cinematography just looks normal. It looks
like TV. It looks TV.
It's fine.
It looks TV.
I don't hate it. I didn't hate the trailer. But I'm gonna like pick it apart because I'm a nerd. Dude, this would be the conversation I would be having in my dude. Every time a trailer dropped, we broke out our phones, or I was on the PC in there. We'd watch the trailer and we'd fucking tear it to pieces, even if we liked it. It's called being a nerd. Deus Vault for $2. Hey, Chris, are you seeing Superman early?
I don't know. I have a weird relationship with Warner Brothers. So some movies like Dune Part 2, I got to see early, and in spite of the fact that James Gunn follows me on X, and the last time I had an exchange with him was when he got canceled. I think he's I don't think he runs his X account now. Occasionally, but
he seems to have backed off on roasting Grace Randolph and stuff.
Yeah, which I mean, I support that.
But
I don't know. I honestly don't know. I think Alan will get invited to an AAPI screening of non-white people going to see Superman, which is weird. But I honestly don't know. I mean, if I do, I'll talk about it when I can, but I don't mind paying for movies. I pay to see movies every week. So
no, I think it's really good. Because you go to Critic and you go to everything, Chris. Chris goes to everything. So and he does it multiple times to sometimes get the vibe of the crowd. I think that is important.
Yes,
for
a paying
critic.
audience.
It doesn't really affect it doesn't affect your opinion. It's just so you can be objective going, well, I sat like Minecraft. I sat in that movie not liking it, but the audience clearly did. Like clearly.
Yes,
and it's like you can't deny that, I think that's good. I think that's being thorough. And, I think actually watching the stuff you review is pretty important. And talk about, not just review, but cover.
Yeah, but seeing it in a theater is important for me, even though I do get screeners of indies. They're smaller movies. But one thing I will not do is watch bootleg anything with like Russian casino ads.
You can't.
I can't. That's not you. I can't do it. I don't watch the pirate shit. I won't.
It's so true though, because like when I watch movies in the D-box seats, they're ultimately almost always better because you're so immersed in it.
Yeah. What does D-box stand for?
It's directional, like it moves.
It's the dick box, Chris.
Oh, shut up. Hey, that would make the movie that much better too, I suppose.
X-Ray Girl likes the D-box.
Eric K and his wrench for $5. What does Gary know about comics? He was kicked out of a comic store and own 3 high schools, something like that. Yes.
That's great.
Something like that. Yeah. It's not like I sold All-Star Superman at the store.
Oh my God.
Lots of copies. Then they came out with a hardcover later. Yeah. Matthew Hammond. Chris, what was the Swedish movie that used AI?
It's called Watch the Skies. It's in theaters now. It's really good. The second good Swedish film I saw this year, Watch the Skies, at AMC right now.
Anakmaman, reviews and rants for $5. Alden Ehrenreich, or Ervil Redenbacher, as we called him, went from scene stealing, possible star making role in Hail Caesar to bad Star Wars to this. Disney ruins careers.
I would agree.
Sharp for $4.99. Godfather isn't dated slop. Shawshank isn't dated slop. Star Wars is dated slop. So is Donner. Burton's superhero films. Not sure why that offended you. It's not. I just disagree. Doesn't offend me though.
Yeah,
yeah, it's all good. TJ Jordan for $5. I really like the "your choices, your actions make you who you are" line from the Superman trailer. Now I'm hoping the movie is truly about that. There you go. They do. I mean, it's true. It's true. Dated slop with boobs. Thank you for that one. Thumbs up.
Logan's Run.
Yep.
Jenny Agutter
levels it up. I'm a dude. Come on.
Yeah.
So is Chris. Tyrell Lucas for $2. Superman and James Gunn Supertrans. Who knows? I wonder if Mr. Terrific is gay though. Ironheart MCU garbage. Should have Batgirled it. They wanted to. Dragon wise, they truly wanted to. The thing is, Batgirl was a unique situation because it wasn't completed. It was originally for streaming. Then it was going to be in the theaters, and that kind of altered the deal. And Zaslav was able to shit can it, but that is a rarity. And it won't happen because of deals that were made. And like the studio could get sued 7 ways to Sunday if they cancel something like that. And they had a loophole at Warner Brothers. They don't at Marvel. So they release the trailer on the day the Superman trailer comes out, and they just hope you forget this as soon as possible. Stephen G for $5. And again, somebody from Marvel just said this is the worst thing they've ever done.
I like to break news on here.
Holy shit.
One of the Superman popcorn buckets is here. It's debut. We're gonna get it, folks. That's the one I want. Lex Luthor. I just Googled Superman popcorn bucket and that came up.
Oh my God.
I wonder what the popcorn buckets will be. Crypto?
There isn't one. There isn't one that I've seen that's official. It's not from this. So
I wonder what it'd be.
Yeah.
It'd be interesting. Man of Steel should have been a trilogy building the DCEU. Thank you. Soup's killing Zod, but have led to the Man of Tomorrow introducing Batman, with the final part being Doomsday. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And they should have called this movie The Man of Tomorrow, but they gave it to Supergirl. This is the soul plane of Marvel films, says No Face for $4.99. Ironheart. No, I prefer Aluminium Bitch. That's a St. Louis. Wrong, Gary. Booster Gold wants to be iconic. He does. And what happens to him?
Right.
What happens to him? He falls on his face and he turns into a hero. But like that's one case. So yeah. Riri isn't given the mantle, she's stealing it. Yes, it's Tony Stark appropriation, realistic delinquent. No Face for $4.99. Heroism is saving your drunk asshole neighbor when his house is on fire and you try to hide from the limelight. Yes. Anakbamon reviews and rants for $10. Let's play a game similar to F, Marry, Kill. Instead, it's prevent from becoming famous, prevent from becoming musicians, and prevent from becoming born. The bands are Green Day, Bon Jovi, and The Offspring. Bon Jovi, prevent from being born. No, he saved somebody from committing suicide. I scratched that. Green Day, prevent from being born. Bon Jovi, prevent from being famous. And what's the last one?
The Offspring from prevent from being a musician.
Musicians. Yeah. Yeah, that's where I land on that one. Kick, is that Kick?
Oh, do you remember this?
No, I don't.
This is where I said bad words.
Oh. You didn't even spell it right, though.
I think it's Click.
For 5 Martian pesos. Andor episodes 10, 11 were some of the best of the series. Chris, tell Alan Dumbing to delete his response to Drinker's tweet. It's embarrassing. Yeah, 10 and 11 were good.
Yeah, they were.
They were good.
Final episode was like an epilogue.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Just kind of felt like Bail Organa being a dipshit. Just stop. No Face for $9.99. Data slop is how we ended up with a non-print version of Playboy with no nudes. Give me dated slop or give me death then.
Yeah.
I could chew a lot too. That's why I'm fat, says Anakbaman. I've been a member for 23 months. It feels like ghetto Palpatine teaching her. He had Jerry curls. Frank the Tank, 285, been a member for 26 months. Hail Gary. Frank and Wang Lo. They even have her do the same like Tony did in the first time flying, but it's not a mantle passing, right? It was a mantle passing. It was passing the mantle, and then they decided it wasn't the pat. So that's why they went in the behind the scenes footage and said twice, we're definitely not passing the mantle here. Although telling us that the Captain America shield is literally passing the mantle, passing the shield. Ironheart. I wish we had an Iron Man 2020, a Machine Man series instead. Ooh, that'd be fun.
Love Machine Man.
Yep. I read that one already. Zeitgeist Ruminator for 5 British pounds, proper money. Ironheart, aka the Mighty Morphin Power Gangsters.
That's a good one. Zeitgeist Ruminator. Good one.
You guys heard that Max is changing its name back to HBO Max again so they can focus on quality over quantity. Yes. I don't know what that actually changes. I would say drop the Max altogether and just call it a home box office. It's been around for 50 fucking years.
Yeah.
Rated M for $4.99. Asmongold is covering Ironheart and clowning on it too. Gary, Dr. Zahi Awas on he's on Joe Rogan. Do you think Kugler tried to get Sinners ahead of Ironheart release? I think he did.
I don't think he cared about Ironheart.
No,
releasing Sinners was priority, and
it's also he doesn't make those decisions on the release. But I think he's very happy that it released before Ironheart. For sure. Mr. Joe Lynch for $4.99. I so look forward to Az doing an episode by episode review of Ironheart. So do I.
Is it because Az does gaming now pretty much exclusively
gaming? I'm probably not going to do episode. I'll probably do a couple videos on it.
Yeah,
we'll see if it's really bad or really good. That is my criteria for making episode by episode videos. It's either really bad or really good. If it's mid, it's like no. Anakbabon reviews and rants for $2. Ironheart is Disbrew's new favorite show confirmed. Yes, it is. I did like Rogue One because it stripped the rebels the cleverness they needed to defeat the Empire. Says thinking heretic. Yeah, it changed a lot. Yeah, it really doesn't fit. You would think it does. They do connect a lot of things in that movie, but it's in the execution. And it is just night and day writing difference. What? Wicked in theaters June 4th and not Juneteenth? Clank the tank. Clank the tank for $2.
Yeah.
Good point.
Yeah.
Good point. Fan Y for 50 Swedish krona. Question: will everyone hate Johnny in the new F4 movie? I don't know about that. I haven't come off like in the trailers. I've heard what was said, but what I've seen in the trailers doesn't make me hate it at all.
And by the way, I saw this movie Fight or Flight, kind of a really fun Josh Hartnett action comedy that's hyper violent. Gary, you'd probably like it.
Yeah, I'm going to see it.
He's on like LSD fighting people. It's wacky, over the top, a little cringe at the end with but whatever. Josh Hartnett would have made a great Reed Richards.
Yes.
He's the right age. He could, oh my God, he would have been great. He was an Oppenheimer. He's having a renaissance, that guy. And he would have been perfect. Pedro's miscast. I'm sorry. I'm not going to get over it. And female Silver Surfer. I just.
John Madden's peak moment was when he, John Madden's peak moment was when he got bored with a game and started circling pigeons while giving the commentary. Now this pigeon is the scout. Yeah, we love John Madden. May he rest in peace. Linzers for $5. What about an old man Batman training his next protege like Batman Beyond? I enjoyed Ben Affleck's Batman and would love to see that character more. I would too, but it ain't never happening again.
Yeah. Also, I hate that dynamic. It's not Batman.
Yeah. Like I want to see just what we haven't seen is a real Batman from the comics. That's the one thing we have not seen in all the Batman movies. We've seen different takes and some are really fun and good, but we have not seen a Batman from the comics. Which is better, the Shield or Sons of Anarchy? Well, I haven't seen Sons of Anarchy, so I'm going to say the Shield. What do you think, Chris? Have you seen them both?
I have not.
But I might change my mind once I see Sons of Anarchy. Jeremy sings the praises of that show. Looks like it has a great cast, and I probably love it. See Mobland. Everybody see Mobland. I prefer the original Asian Ironheart. Oh, yeah. That's right. That's right. What? There's a porno Asian Ironheart. You didn't know that?
What?
Okay, hang on.
Oh my God.
Can I safely look this up?
I'll try to do it.
Perry Chan says he has it.
Is it a video?
You, Perry.
Yeah. Oh, Perry's getting the assets ready for our video. So
Axel Braun.
Oh my God.
Wait, it exists?
Yeah.
Okay.
Did you find a picture, X-Ray Girl? Or do you want me to?
I didn't want to search it up.
Asian Ironheart. Yes.
I'm scared
I brought this up in past videos because Ironheart's been in production for so long. It might seem like ancient history, and a lot of people haven't seen my videos on this. But like, yeah, this is a very real thing. Oh, it keeps taking me to fucking Reddit. I'm just trying to look at a picture.
I'm scared.
Okay, I've just returned.
Oh, I actually tweeted about it. Hang on.
Wait, okay, great. Wait,
where this is an Ironheart I can get behind.
This is not you. This is safe for showing this. So
hang
go
on.
ahead.
Did you find it?
Yeah. Well, I found a video review of it on YouTube, but I found something I can show.
All right.
So I'm sharing it now.
Yes, this is it.
Oh, sorry. Oh, okay. Yeah, I just found Gary's tweet.
That's not bad.
But that tweet was from 2022. November 13th, 2022 was my tweet. And people have been talking about this for a long time, so I can see how
Damn.
a lot of people have forgotten it.
It could be good. Could be good. I don't know.
Yeah.
There's a lot of blurred out images. I'm not in the mode where I can.
Well, I mean, like Chinese, Asian porn. I only heard this. I wouldn't know this from seeing any of it. Blurs out the private parts.
Isn't that a Japanese thing?
Japanese, yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't she Japanese?
I don't know. I can't tell.
You're asking me to tell the difference?
I'm waiting for the line. They all look the same.
Wow. What if you reviewed the wrong one, Gary, and gave it a good review?
I'm just gonna do.
I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna be real, guys. I thought Ironheart was pretty good.
Bold move by Disney.
I can really see myself as Ironheart.
You know, it was done in a bunch of short vignettes that I thought were, tastefully done.
I don't understand the need for her suit. I just don't get it.
Yeah, I don't understand all the hate for Ironheart. It was pretty good,
Why was this shelved for so many years?
I really think they explored the character pretty well and thoroughly.
Oh my god. Oh jeez.
Oh no. We could just keep that up. That's great. Hashtag do better, Disney. Mr. Bentham, thank you, brother. So did Ironheart get sharpnel in her shrapnel? Shrapnel, because I can read. I said sharpnel. It's shrapnel in her chest at a BLM riot.
Oh god.
Yeah, like Tony Stark had a whole a story, injured, the guilt of his company being weapons manufacturer. There's more layers to his story. I don't know what the layers are for her. Like where what led her to become Ironheart, like as a person, as a human, in her character, what makes her, what makes her worthy of being a hero? I don't see any of that.
No, I'm gonna it's been what, 3 years? I'm gonna retweet this. No, I'm gonna make just a brand new tweet. Hang on. And Ironheart, we can all get behind. Right?
Oh no!
Let's just bump it. Let's give it a bump.
Do it.
There we go. Why not? Generally, the internet has the memory of a goldfish, so why not? Yeah, I no, she just she didn't go through any struggles. She's on the hero's journey. She is just there to be acknowledged as iconic. That's it. Sorry, Smallville started this modern trend of naming things like Andor or Krypton. It also started this forever origins trend, negative effect. Yeah, I mean, you're not wrong. And remember, what was Smallville originally supposed to be? Chris knows the answer to this. What was it supposed to be conceptually? What show was it supposed to be? Because it wasn't originally Smallville.
Dawson's Creek? I don't know.
You don't know this?
No, I don't know this.
Smallville was supposed to be Gotham.
Oh.
A young Bruce Wayne. And they decided not to do it, so they did it with Superman instead. It was supposed to be a young Bruce Wayne show.
Wow.
They did Gotham later, but Smallville was supposed to be Gotham.
Didn't know that.
Yeah. And it started the whole CW trend, but man, there was different times back then. There wasn't a lot of superhero stuff, and we loved it. Watched it with the whole family. Quick correction. Mr. Terrific has a wife in the comics and is a widower. The first gay version of him is seen in the Arrow TV. Well, I thought it was in the comics. I thought they made him gay in the comics. Maybe I'm wrong. I thought they did it later. But no, he was originally straight. Yes, very much originally straight in the comics, obviously. But yeah, I could be wrong. I've slept since then. It's been a few years. Anakbaman reviews and rants for $2. X-Ray Girl has a built-in D-box. All women do.
Oh, okay. Not
Okay.
gonna.
Don't worry about heroes, kids. Have MHA. What's MHA vigilantes?
I don't know.
Sorry. Somebody will probably say it in the chat. What's MHA? Keep an eye on that.
Yeah.
I hope the Fantastic Four goes through a transformation, entering at the end of the Thunderbolts to change Pedro Pascal to John Krasinski. Wouldn't be a bad idea.
Oh, My Hero Academia.
Oh, My Hero Academia. Okay. Yeah, if Pedro Pascal's name is in the and has an asterisk next to it, maybe you can have hope. Travis World's been a member for 24 months. Clarkson said that season 5 of Clarkson's Farm may be the last. At minimum, he will be taking a break. Yes, I did see that. It's a bummer, but that means we at least get 2 more seasons. I mean, he's getting up there in age, and he probably just needs a break. He said he'd be willing to do a six, but there has to be a good story to tell. But I mean, he's probably ready for retirement. He's getting up there, man. And he's set. Are you a racist or just a terrible comedian? Also, the channel could use more diversity and representation.
Call
Yes.
Quarter Blast.
Yes. That's my answer. Was Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man comic accurate? Aspects of it were, but I think it captured the spirit of the character. But like technically comic accurate. Ooh, man. People brought it up before. One, like great comic book adaptations that are comic book accurate are the first 2/3 of The Watchmen, Sin City. Sin City's the most comic accurate comic book adaptation ever made, like without question. But if you want to talk about spirit of character, getting things right, Daredevil, the Daredevil show on Netflix, Raimi's Spider-Man, Donner's Superman. They are accurate in the spirit of the comic book, but no, they play a lot, the costumes and stuff. Mileage may vary on that description. Kind of depends on the person. Iron Man, first Iron Man. Really, the fucking costume looked great.
Yeah.
Captain America, First Avenger. Captured the spirit of the character. It's a fucking great origin movie. Can't wait for disabled Iron Man, Iron Lung. I am Iron Lung. I want Asian Ironheart show. I think we all do, TJ Jordan. Sharp for $4.99. In other news, Galactus is ripped straight out of the comics. If you saw the poster, he looks perfect. I'm seeing this film no matter what for him. Yeah, I heard very good things about the look of. Do they have a poster that came out today? I haven't seen it yet. But I've from our guy who works at, he said like Galactus looks really, he's a guy in a suit. So he's literally a guy in a suit and that he looks really good. I have heard that. And there's a scene in Fantastic Four where he destroys a planet and it's supposed to be pretty amazing.
I'm not seeing a new poster.
No, but I like
seeing a new one.
Yeah, but I mean, just what you see with the boots and everything, it looks like, I'm not going to trip too much on the size because his size changes in the comic books all the time. But I want the big things coming off his head. I want the full Kirbiness of it. The full Kirbiness. Andor blows, antithetical to spirit of Star Wars. It doesn't fit in. It's I wouldn't say it blows. I'd say parts of it does. Like there's some cringe in it. Not going to deny that. But the debate will rage on. But I think we're debating. The debate over Andor is the debate over how great a table was after it was burned up in the fire. So you're debating over ashes. Do we have some Streamlabs you want to read?
Yes, we have one more. Okay. Ryan Kinnell on the Streamlabs side for $10 says, "Angels remind me of X-Ray Girl answering her cell phone. Ring ring. Hello? Damn.
When it comes to Disney Marvel, the acronym what is that? Bend over, here it comes. Bohica. Bend over, here it comes. There you go.
Is there a new Fantastic Four trailer, or did I get duped? Gary, can you show this and try to convince me? What is this? What are we looking at here?
Okay, I'm already looking more forward to the Fantastic Four than Superman. I changed my mind completely.
Okay, yeah.
Alternate timeline.
I am looking forward to Fantastic Four.
Maybe her powers are actually to make her clothes invisible.
Why is Ryan Kittle the Human Torch, dude?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
It is. It's Ryan.
Fucking Ryan Kittle as the Human Torch.
I'll see it. I'm convinced. I will see this.
Uh-huh. All right, we wrapping it up there. I got work to do. And so do you guys. What's coming up next for you, Chris?
Doing Hollywood on the Rocks with Allening, interviewing some filmmakers. We'll react to Ironheart and FF, and we've got other news stories to go over. So if you want, pop in the chat, please join us for Hollywood on the Rocks. There you go.
Cool. X-Ray Girl, what do you got coming up?
Might game a little bit tonight, so watch out on my channel X-Ray Girl on YouTube, and then Friday Night Tights.
Sweet.
On Friday.
Friday Night Tights with Heels versus Babyface, Terrence Von Higginbottom, and we'll
Jeff
be talking about
Mahler. Jeff Mahler.
Well, he won't be there, but we will have a lot of stuff to talk about, I guess. So hey, see you guys Friday. Thanks to everyone who participated. We appreciate you being here. Thanks to everyone who left a super chat and donation. You help keep the lights on. Really appreciate you guys. Thanks to all the members who've been here for months, all the new members. Thanks to Noons. Thanks to everyone who donated memberships. We will see you again Friday, and I will make a video or two based on I'm at least doing Ironheart for sure. I'll probably do a Superman trailer reaction of some kind too. Probably.
You have to.
Yeah. I'm going to. So thank you, everybody. Have a good day.
Bye.
Later.